Hey gamers, if you like tactical head-to-head card games, then you want to check out Gudnak. Let's take a look at how this game plays. In this game, players are attempting to siege their opponent's stronghold, which they can do if they have one of their fighter cards at their opponent's gates, which is this middle spot in the back row here, when there are no cards in the opponent's deck, so they have nothing to discard. Each turn, players will have 2 actions each. They can draw a card from their deck if they still have cards there. They can deploy one of their fighters onto their back row if there is a spot available, and that will automatically exhaust that card. They can move a card that hasn't done anything yet this turn. They can attack with one of their fighters against another, adding in any modifiers that the card might have. And if they have more strength, then they will defeat the opposing one. If they have less, they will be defeated. And if they are equal, they will both go to the graveyard. They can defend, so if there is a card at the gates, they can discard cards equal to that card's strength in order to defeat that card. They can use an ability that is written on one of the cards, which will allow them to do various things, maybe give them bonus attack, let them attack and move, things like that. Really depends on the card. Or they can play tactics cards, which will cost anywhere from 0 to 2 actions. So it might cost none, it might cost all their actions for the turn, and those will also just be something that they can do on their turn. For example, this one lets you discard your hand to the bottom of your deck and draw 6 new cards, which can be very beneficial, especially if you're running out of cards. Players will just go back and forth doing their actions each turn until one of the players again has their stronghold siege. So there was a opponent card in the gates there, but I cannot discard a card, which is normally how you would resolve a siege, which would mean that I would lose there. Like a lot of games in this genre, this game really relies on you knowing your deck. You can build different kinds of decks with your different factions ahead of the game and have different heroes and tactics and fighters, and really understanding how those kind of mesh together in combo is really going to be how you do really well, especially with those tactic cards. Those can be incredibly important when you're playing the game to kind of give you just a little leg up at certain times during the game, which is really cool. I love the art in this game. I think that's awesome, and I think that the learning curve is very small, especially if you already know and play a lot of these kind of tactical card games. It's very straightforward, which I really like, and get right into it. And I do really like that 3x3 grid. I think that just works really well for the style of game. Keeps everything very tight and, for lack of a better word, tactical. It really has players going head to head pretty much every turn. I think that it kind of tripped me up for some reason that as soon as I deployed a card, it was automatically fatigued. I couldn't use it to move or attack or anything else that turn. I don't know why that tripped me up so much, but I always just played a card and wanted to move it right away or attack with it right away, and I couldn't, which was kind of frustrating. I wanted to use abilities on them right away. So that, like I said, that took a little bit of getting used to. I feel like usually I can move and attack on a turn in these style of games, things like that. So that was a little bit weird to me, but other than that, like I said, I think that it's pretty straightforward. It's really good if you already like this style of game. I think that there is definitely a lot of variability with this gameplay. But you can check out my full thoughts on the blog today to decide if this one's for you.